Hey guys, I'm MegaGWolf and welcome back to the Sonic Fan Showcase. Today we'll be looking at a fan game which has been very low on my radar, at least until Sage this year. It was so low on my radar, in fact I didn't know about it, so welcome to Freedom Planet. Now instantly you're going to notice some things that are different compared to the normal fan games you're used to seeing. Normally with a Sonic fan game they would either use their own engine or Sonic Worlds and would make a game which includes Sonic and its usual features. But Freedom Planet is trying something unique, something different, and as far as I'm aware, Sonic isn't even in the game. Although that's not completely accurate, as I have no idea what they're going to be planning in the future. For all I know, Sonic could be the main villain of the game. That'd be an interesting plot twist. But the way this differs from the usual fan games is that there are lots of features that have commonly been used in these games which aren't there anymore. Like rings, for example. There are no rings in this entire game. Instead of using the rings for your health, you now have an actual health bar, which is represented by the petals in the top left. There are some things that are pretty similar. For example, when you're going down a slope and press down, you'll do a roll like you would normally. And with a lot of fan games, it's commonly known to add moves. For example, the kick move that our main character has reminds me of a move from Sonic Battle. But for example, another move that's missing is there is no spin dash. And I actually find it really refreshing to see fan games that try and change it up, but still keep the Sonic style. Just from the art style of the character, it still looks like she would fit in the Sonic universe. The enemies look like there were badniks made in the Sonic universe. It still has the same feeling of a platformer game, just like the original Sonics, and it makes you feel like you're playing a Sonic game, but something completely fresh and new and interesting. It is nice to see something really different, but a lot of the time, when people try things that are really different, sometimes it doesn't work. But this works. Oh hey look, an invincibility power-up, just like in Sonic. The graphics of the game are lovely to look at. It looks very cel-shaded, very cartoony, but there's a surprisingly nice amount of detail in there, and it is a very colourful game. And from some of the screenshots I've seen of the later levels, it looks like it's going to get very interesting in the detail and design of the stages. As for the stage you get to play yourself in the demo, it's actually very good. It gives a lot of exploration and a lot of rewards for doing so. One of the reasons to explore the stage is for these special collectible cards. Though I'm not sure what they do yet, or if they have any purpose in the demo, I will assume that when the full game is out, they'll have something for you to unlock if you collect them. And you can also go on various different paths to find hidden power-ups and so on. So the level layout feels very creative, like it was designed for you to just explore a bit, but still reach your goal. But, because this is a Sonic fan game, does it feel like a Sonic game? Well, yes and no. In a lot of ways, I might almost say that the speed of the game reminds me a lot of Sonic 4. Now hang on, let me explain what I mean. For example, when you start running, if you run on a flat surface, you feel slow. But if you start picking up speed by going downhill, the game gets really fast. When it comes to attacking the enemies, jumping just isn't enough, as you don't form into a ball of any kind. You actually have to use another button to perform kicks and punches. And when you jump, you feel like you're in control, and you jump pretty high too. So in a way, it will remind you of Sonic games, but in a lot of ways I think they planned for it to feel like its own game, which it does. If you go into this expecting a full Sonic feeling experience, you're probably going to get a bit disappointed, at least in a control standpoint. But overall, I really enjoy this game. The fact that I had no idea what to expect when I loaded up the game really helped, because it left a really good first impression, and I'm looking forward to future updates. Everything just fit nicely. The graphic style of the game, the controls of the game, and the music of the game. I tell you, that is one of the things that really fits quite nicely with the overall style, is the music. It's very upbeat and very light, bubbly, so to speak, and it fits the area that you're in. To sum it up, I'm very impressed. Now the demo does have another little extra thing, and that is you can play as a second character, but you do need to beat this first stage in under 7 minutes. On your first playthrough you might not do it, especially if you're going to be exploring around to try and find all the hidden little knickknacks, but I imagine if you learn where everything is, you will get a pretty good time, especially using all of the available abilities for you. One of the main ones you may have seen me do is the mid-air dash. Don't actually know if it's called that, there probably is a name for it. But basically, when the meter that is next to your life is completely filled, and you can either fill it by collecting gems or running really fast, you can press the C button to dash forward in midair. And you can control it kind of. You can control whether you want to go diagonally up or diagonally down. So I imagine using this to your advantage would really get you that speedy time to try and unlock the new character. And apart from that, you don't really have any other moves. Little interesting thing is if you collect 5 of these random orbs that enemies drop or you can find from other things, you will also get a shield, which counts as the one-hit shield that you would get in normal Sonic. I've also found a sneaky elemental shield hidden around, but I don't really know what that does yet. What's that? You want to see the other character you can unlock? Alright, fine, hang on. Whew, okay, here she is after plenty of hours trying to beat that time. I finally got it with a cheat code. Because yeah, I couldn't be bothered to really try and do it. You should follow them on Facebook, that way you can find out how to do it. You'll also get updates and stuff. Man, it feels weird plugging someone other than me, because I'm a bitch. This character is a little bit different from the main one. Her kick and punch attacks are a lot quicker. You can do them in rapid succession, though I do think that they have less damage. She doesn't have the spinny dash move, and she can pounce. And you would pounce the same way as you would a spin dash, which is kind of useful as you do pounce quite fast, which is good to roll into a ball afterwards. If she's going to have any other meaning throughout the game, like routes that she can take compared to the other character, I'm not 100% sure yet, as that's not been revealed. But this has been Freedom Planet. Definitely check out their website because it's worth having a go. There is a boss in the game which you're able to fight, and I decided not to show it in the video because, let's be honest, if you're interested, you're going to be downloading this as we speak. Like right now. I'll see you on the next Sonic Fan Showcase.